Hello, my friend. Take a deep breath and let's find some clarity together. How heavy is the past that you are carrying right now? I am not asking about the physical weight on your shoulders. I am asking about the invisible weight in your mind. Maybe it is a mistake you made 10 years ago that still makes you cringe. Maybe it is a hurtful word someone threw at you last week. Or maybe it is a person, a lover you can no longer touch, but who still lives in your head, rent-free. You think you have moved on. You smile at your friends. You go to work. But at 3 a.m., when the world is quiet and the defenses are down, their ghost returns. You replay the arguments. You rewrite the endings. You ask the deadly question, what if? Why do we do this? Why do we torture ourselves with things that no longer exist? Why do humans have this tragic ability to keep the dead moments of yesterday alive? Today, let me share with you a famous Zen story. It is a story about two monks, a beautiful woman, and a muddy road. But really, it is a story about you. It begins in ancient Japan during the rainy season. The sky was a bruised purple, heavy with storm clouds. Rain wasn't just falling, it was hammering down, turning the dirt paths into swamps of deep, thick, clinging mud. Two monks, Tanzan and Ekido, were traveling together to the next village. They were soaked to the bone. The wind was cold. Their sandals were slipping with every step. As they approached a difficult crossing, a place where the mud was knee-deep, they saw a lovely young girl. She was dressed in a magnificent silk kimono and a gold sash. She was clearly from a wealthy family, and she was in distress. She stood at the edge of the mud, looking at her beautiful clothes, then at the dirty road. She was paralyzed. She could not cross without ruining her fine silk. She looked at the monks with pleading, desperate eyes. Now, you must understand something crucial about these monks. They were strict. They had taken severe vows of celibacy. The rules were absolute. Do not touch women. Do not even go near them. To touch a woman was to break the holy code. It was a sin. Ekido, the strict monk, looked at the girl, then sharply looked away. He pulled his robes tight around him. He walked past her, keeping a safe distance, protecting his purity. In his mind, he was doing the right thing. But Tanzan acted differently. Without a word, without a second of hesitation, he walked straight up to her. He bowed slightly, then lifted her up in his arms. He carried her through the deep, filthy mud, shielding her kimono from the dirt. He set her down gently on the dry side of the road. She bowed deeply in thanks, and Tanzan continued walking. He didn't smile. He didn't ask for her name. He didn't look back. He just kept walking. Ekido watched this in absolute shock. His eyes went wide. His jaw tightened. Inside his head, a siren was screaming. How could he? Ekido thought. He broke the rules. He touched her. He held her close. He is impure. He is a disgrace to our order. But Ekido said nothing. He just followed Tanzan, fuming with silent rage. The rain stopped, but the storm inside Ekido was just beginning. They walked for 1 mile. Silence. They walked for 5 miles. The silence grew heavier. They walked for 10 miles. The sun began to set, painting the sky in orange and red, but Ekido saw none of the beauty. All he could see was the image of Tanzan holding that girl. He replayed the scene over and over in his mind. He judged, he analyzed, he boiled with self-righteous anger. Why doesn't he apologize? Ekido thought. Does he not know what he did? Finally, later that night, when they reached a lodging temple, Ekido could no longer hold it in. The pressure was too great. He exploded. He turned to Tanzan, his voice shaking with hours of held-back resentment. Tanzan, I cannot believe you. We are monks. We do not go near females, especially young and lovely ones. It is dangerous. It is forbidden. It is against everything we stand for. Why did you do that?" The room went quiet. Tanzan was preparing his tea. He poured the hot water slowly into his cup. He stopped, turned, and looked at Ekido with calm, surprised eyes, as if he had forgotten the incident entirely. He smiled gently and said, "Brother, I left that girl back there on the muddy road hours ago. Are you still carrying her?" That question echoes through the centuries, and today, right now, it is asking you.
Are you still carrying her? Are you still carrying him? Are you still carrying it? Think about the girl in your life. That girl is the ex-lover who broke your heart 3 years ago. That girl is the boss who fired you unfairly. That girl is the argument you had with your father before he died. The event happened hours ago, months ago, or years ago. In reality, in the physical world, it is over. It was left on the side of the road, miles back. The kimono is gone. The mud has dried. The rain has stopped. But in your mind, you are Ekido. You are trudging through the mud of the present moment, sweating, angry, and exhausted because you are still carrying the weight. Modern psychology calls this rumination. It comes from the Latin word for chewing cud, like a cow chewing grass over and over. It is when your brain gets stuck in a loop, replaying pain in high definition. We think that by replaying it, we can fix it. We think if we analyze the past enough, we can control it. But this is a trap. You cannot clean the mud by putting it in your pocket and carrying it with you. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Ekido suffered for 10 miles. Tanzan didn't suffer at all. Why? Because Tanzan knew the secret of the dropped load. He did what was necessary in the moment. He helped the girl, and then he fully released the event. He didn't attach a story to it. So, how do we learn this skill? How do we stop being Ekido and become Tanzan? I want you to try a simple mental exercise with me. Visualize the thing that is bothering you right now, the memory, the person, the regret. Visualize it as a heavy, muddy rock that you are holding in your hands. Feel its weight. It is cold. It is dirty. It is making your arms tired. Your muscles are shaking. Acknowledge it. Don't hate it. Just say, "This is heavy." Now, imagine you're standing on the side of that road. The dry land is right there. You have a choice. No one is forcing you to hold this. You can keep walking with this rock, or you can set it down. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, visualize yourself bending down. Open your hands. Let the rock roll out of your fingers onto the ground. Look at it on the ground. It is not part of you anymore. It is just a rock on the road. Bow to it. Thank it for the lesson it taught you. Say, "I leave you here." Now turn around. Visualize yourself walking away. Feel how light your arms are. Feel the wind on your face. Do not look back. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. You don't live there anymore. Do not be Ekido. Do not let the ghost of yesterday steal the peace of today. Remember this rule to lighten your soul. To be free is to let be. Drop the weight to clear the slate. This is the Stoic Monk. Thank you for listening.
To clear the mind, leave the stir behind.